married.
I just wanted to get rid of Snow White, but I got banished from the palace instead. I'll make her pay for this.
Of course, my queen. She can't get away with this.
Let me see what she's up to.
It looks like she's taking a walk alone.
And she's outside the palace. I tell you, this is my chance.
The witch immediately drank some potion and...
That's it! I'm coming for you, young lady.
There you go. You are so cute.
The old lady caught Snow White by surprise as she suddenly appeared before her.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there.
Oh, darling, I'm coming from the market, and these bags are really heavy. I live close by. Could you help me?
Sure. Let me carry your bags.
So they started walking together to the old lady's house.
Here we are. Let me open the door. Come on in. Leave the bags there, will you?
Do you live in this empty house?
You shouldn't be concerned about that. Nighty-night, Snow White.
What are you doing to me?
After making her fall asleep, the witch took Snow White to her own castle. Then she started preparing a potion.
Now I will prepare an amazing potion for our princess.
What's this potion for, my queen?
It turns people into hideous beings. Once Snow White drinks this potion, she will be the ugliest princess of all time.
Oh my! I thought she'll give this potion to the poor girl.
This glass is for Snow White. And this one's for me, my favorite raspberry syrup. Mmm. I'll raise my glass to celebrate my victory once the princess becomes ugly.
And I'll happily watch you do that, my queen. Long live the queen, long live the queen.
What happened to me? Where am I?
You're at the witch's house. She's the one who locked you down here.
Oh, so that old lady was the witch.
She's planning something terrible. She has a potion that will make you ugly.
I can't believe it. How do you know this?
She was speaking to her mirror while preparing the potion. I saw and heard everything.
I can't drink that potion.
Don't worry, I'll help you. I have a plan.
So what are you going to do? What's the plan?
Listen to me carefully.
The squirrel went to the kitchen downstairs.
What's all the commotion? What's happening?
The witch went downstairs to find out what was happening.
How did this happen? My pans!
In the meantime, the squirrel sneaked into the room where the potion was.
Princess! Princess! I got it! Now you can safely drink the potion she'll give you.
Are you sure?
Yes, don't worry. you'll be drinking a delicious raspberry syrup. Take these crayons and some mud with you, and remember the plan, okay?
Okay.
As if I don't have better things to do?
The witch grabbed the glass with the potion. Little did she know that the squirrel had swapped the glasses and it was the raspberry syrup instead.
Well, well, it's time for our beautiful princess to get ugly. Don't worry, I won't hurt you.
Let me go, please. What do you want from me?
Do as I say and you'll be back home in no time. Drink this syrup now, you'll feel better.
And what if I don't?
Then you'll stay here forever. Yes, that's a good girl. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?
My queen, I'm afraid Snow White is still the most beautiful girl.
Do you mean Snow White, who'll turn into the ugliest princess alive when the sun goes down? Ew! What happened to you? You're hideous!
You tricked me! My face! What have you done to my face?
From now on, you'll be the ugliest princess in the world. Now you can go back to your palace.
You're an evil, cruel witch.
Let's see if your beloved prince will still love you.
After Snow White left, the witch went into her room and stood before the mirror.
Now it's time for me to drink my raspberry syrup and celebrate my victory. Let's see. Mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me now who is the fairest of them all.
Well, it's Snow White, my queen.
But how could this be?
On the other hand, my queen, if you must know, you're the ugliest being in the world.
You impertinent mirror! What's that supposed to mean? Oh no!
For a second, I didn't even recognize you, Snow White. But the witch wasn't as lucky as you. She'll be ugly forever. She deserves it, though.
I'm so grateful for all your help, Squirrel. Thanks to you. We taught the witch a lesson. I'll never forget you. Mwah!
Goodbye, Snow White.
Once upon a time, in a country far away, a cute little girl named Mia lived happily with her grandfather. Mia's grandfather was used to her magic. She was actually the little girl the Wicked Witch once transformed into a Snow Queen. Although Mia broke the witch's spell, she still had magical powers. But this time, she only used her magic to do good deeds.
Well done, Yellow Goat. You gave me lots of milk today.
One day, a visitor came to Mia. It was Gerda. She had saved her from the witch's magic.
Hi, Mia. I came to see you. How are you? Gerda, I'm so happy to see you. What a cute dog. This is our dear friend, Poppy. Come on, let me introduce you to my grandfather.
Mia introduced Gerda and shared how she had broken the witch's spell with her help. but there was someone who was watching them from afar.
Here is the girl who broke my spell and restored the wicked Snow Queen. She went to visit her now.
Cow! Cow! You should punish her!
Of course, I will punish her. Nobody can destroy my wickedness.
What will you do?
She took my Snow Queen. I'll turn her into a Snow Queen.
Amazing idea! I'm hungry! Give me some food!
I don't have time now. I have to make a magic potion right away.
So the witch set out to prepare potions to turn Gerda into a Snow Queen.
Cow! I'm telling you, I'm hungry! Give me food, witch!
Get out! I'm busy.
You'll see, wicked witch! I know what I'm going to do to you!
The crow got angry at the witch and flew away. Meanwhile, Mia was busy seeing off her friend Gerda.
It was nice seeing you again, Gerda. Will you come again? Likewise, Mia. We had a great time. You too can come to visit whenever you want. Goodbye.
Gerda was happily walking down the forest path on her way back. Suddenly, a giant eagle with huge wings swooped down on Gerda. Gerda was shouting in fear.
Let me go! Where are you taking me? Help!
Here you are. I got you.
Who are you? What have I done to you?
You broke my Snow Queen spell and brought her back to herself. Now you'll pay for it.
No! Let me go, please!
Let you go? Forget it.
The witch locked Gerda in a room inside the castle.
What are you going to do to me?
You will be my new Snow Queen. Don't be afraid, little girl.
Meanwhile, the tattletale crow came to Mia's house. The crow landed on a branch and called out to Mia.
Hey, little girl! The evil witch kidnapped your friend Gerda. She will make her the new Snow Queen.
Oh no! I must save her!
I agree. Hurry!
I know you! You are the witch's crow. Why are you helping us?
The wicked witch didn't give me any food. She hurled a glass at my head.
Thanks for helping us. You can eat the chicken's corn if you want.
This is awesome!
Mia told her grandfather that she had to save Gerda from the witch. With a magic spell, a horse-drawn carriage with 2 beautiful horses appeared at the door, and she immediately left. Meanwhile, Witch was preparing the potion for Gerda.
No need to be afraid. You are my guest tonight. I prepared this beautiful fruit syrup for you. Drink it.
Mia's carriage stopped in front of the castle. When Mia walked to the castle door, 2 guards stood in front of her. Mia got rid of the guards with her magic and entered the castle. Gerda, afraid of the witch, was about to drink the potion.
Come on, drink it. I will turn you into the evil Snow Queen.
Gerda, stop! Don't drink! Mia!
Where did you come from? You'll see now.
Let's get out!
They're escaping! They're escaping! Wake up!
Oh, my head. Where are they?
When the witch regained consciousness, she ran to the window and saw Mia and Gerda speeding away from the castle in a carriage. She was so angry.
I tried waking you, but you didn't wake up. I'm hungry. Come on, give me some food.
Get out, dumb bird.
So Mia saved her friend Gerda from the evil witch and brought her home. They got out of the carriage and said goodbye.
The witch almost turned me into the wicked Snow Queen. Thanks for saving me. How did you beat the witch? Don't worry, you're safe now. Remember, you saved me too. We are good friends. Yes, we are. Friends help each other, right?
Stylish! Stylish! Help!
Wolf is running in the forest in a panicky way.
Stylish! Ouch!
Ouch! What's the matter, Wolf?
Apples! Trees!
I don't understand, Wolf. What happened?
Come with me!
Wolf grabbed Stylish by the arm and led her to the apple orchard because he was so panicked that he couldn't utter the words.
Oh no!
See? I'm talking about this!
It turns out that there wasn't one single apple in the apple orchard.
What happened to the apples?
I don't know, but what if this is just the beginning? What if first the apples, then the bananas, and then the eggs disappear? My eggs! I can live without my eggs!
Stop it, Wolf. Stay calm. Let's figure out what happened.
Stylish and Wolf walked through the fruit garden. They asked everyone they came across. But nobody knew anything until...
Wolf! Stylish! Help me!
Who are you? Have we met?
Princess! Princess!
Princess! With these clothes!
Shh, Wolf, don't you see? She's Snow White. Stylish, I need your help. Sure, what happened, Princess? The evil queen stole all my clothes. Whenever I tried to get clothes, she hurled stones from the tower. She gathered all the apples using magic. Now she throws apples.
Wow! The evil queen is really wicked! That means she stole our apples!
What can we do? Help me recover my clothes. Then I'll prove to my dad that she's a bad queen. Can you help me? Okay, I'm in.
I have some work to do. Which stuff?
Come on, Wolf.
Something will happen to me again, but okay.
Snow White, Stylish and Wolf made their way to the castle, just as Snow White had said. The queen was waiting in the tower and the guards guarded her belongings.
Let me go first.
Okay, we are behind you.
A stone is heading your way. Move right. Be careful. Now left. An apple is coming. Apple? Ah, I got it.
Stylish picked up a few apples while avoiding the stones and finally got close enough to the guards.
Excuse me, can I get back Snow White's clothes?
No, I can't do that. Those are the Queen's orders.
But they are Snow White.
I'm sorry.
What if I give you 3 apples?
You know what? We're hungry. The Queen hasn't fed us in days.
Okay then, I'll give you these apples if you give me the clothes.
For 3 apples, I can only give you 1 pair of pants.
Alright. I'm gonna go gather more apples.
Stylish took the pants and went back to Snow White and explained what had happened.
So all we need to do is pick more apples?
Oh, ouch! Mom!
I got an apple! Me too!
Mommy!
1 more apple! I'm taking these to the guard. I suppose he'll give us a t-shirt for 2 apples.
Oh! Why do all the stones come in my direction?
Pastor Wolf, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can get my summer dress with 7 apples.
Mommy! Ah, I got an apple! Ugh, no, this is a stone too.
Princess, I got a t-shirt. Okay, now I'm going to get my dress. Wolf, be careful! On the left!
Ouch! It was coming straight for my tail! My beautiful tail!
Come on, focus! You haven't caught an apple yet.
Stylish! Do you think Snow White will give us a few apples after collecting all the clothes?
I don't know, Wolf. We collect the apples to take the clothes back. Maybe there'll be no apples left.
Ooh! Lots of apples! 1 apple! 2 apples! Whee!
Ooh, what are those lights? The evil queen is casting a spell, Stylish. Don't let her put you under her spell.
Oh, I'm stunned! What is that? Grok!
She turned Wolf into a frog. Don't worry, he will return to normal in 3 to 5 seconds. Wolf!
Oh, Mommy! What was that? Suddenly, I felt like eating flies! Ugh, disgusting!
Snow White, Wolf and Stylish spent all day picking up apples and avoiding the evil queen's spells and stones. Then, piece by piece, they took back Snow White's clothes.
Thank you very much, friends. I couldn't have done it without you.
Now, you look like a real princess.
And you don't look like a frog anymore.
Oh, she kissed me?
Thank you so much for everything. I wish I could return the favor. In fact, Wolf has been craving apples all day. Are there any apples left that he can have? Apples? But we gave all the apples to the guards. Hey! I have a better idea. Let's go to the palace. To the palace?
To the palace? Now? But my outfit is not suitable.
Never mind that, Wolf. It doesn't matter. Think about the delicious food we'll eat.
On a beautiful spring morning, Stylish Goat was sitting on the armchair by the window, flipping the pages of a magazine. Suddenly, she spotted a very beautiful gazelle in the magazine. It was so mesmerising that Stylish couldn't take her eyes off it.
Wow! What a magnificent creature! Look at the shiny fur and beautiful eyes. It's so elegant. I wish I could be like that too.
The wolf was passing by, close to Stylish's window, and overheard her.
Do you want to be a gazelle?
Hi there. I was looking at this magazine and saw this gazelle. Take a look at it. Isn't it breathtaking? I wish I could be a gazelle.
What's so beautiful about gazelles?
Everything? What's not to like? Look at their fur. They're dazzling. Their graceful movements are so elegant, as if they're dancing instead of walking. I wish I could be a gazelle. I would do anything to be one.
Would you really do anything?
Yes, of course I'll do it willingly and happily.
You'd sacrifice everything for real? Oh, I just remember that. I have an urgent job to take care of. Excuse me, but I have to go now.
What wonderful weather! I can't stay inside the house when it's marvelous outside. I have to leave right away. Oh! What is that?
Stylish notices an advertising billboard that she has never seen before on the farm.
Do you want to change yourself? You can't miss such an opportunity. With only 10 eggs and 10 lessons, you can look like a gazelle.
Stylish couldn't believe what she had just read. She felt confused yet overjoyed. She ran to the chicken coop and bought 10 eggs and then headed to the address on the ad.
Is anybody there?
Oh, welcome, little goat. How can I help you? Did you need anything?
Yes. Is it true what's written on that billboard? Can you really turn something into something else?
Oh, of course. That's my job.
Wow. Then please turn me into a beautiful gazelle.
Let me take a look at you. You're a bit short. You have pointy horns and huge eyes. But okay, I can turn you into a gazelle.
For real?
Sure. Only for 10 eggs.
I have the eggs, but I'll give them to you after the lessons are finished.
Then let me give you an intensive course. First lesson, the gazelle walk. Shall we start now?
Really? Now? Okay, let's start at once.
Stylish put the eggs under a tree and stood opposite the wolf. She wanted to be a gazelle so badly that she did everything the wolf asked her to do.
Now, we'll be walking with the book on top of our head. No. You're not doing it right. All right then, let's skip this and practice jumping. Oh, you call that jumping? Come on, jump! Jump like an elegant gazelle. Now the climbing lesson. You'll be both elegant and fast at the same time. Smile! Yes! Continue 5 laps of this.
Oh, hello, Stylish. Are you playing a game?
Hello. No, I'm taking classes on how to be a gazelle.
Why do you want to be a gazelle?
Look at yourself and me. I wish I could be like you.
You know, Stylish, I always wanted to be a beautiful goat like you.
Is that so? I can make your wish come true with 10 eggs.
Really? I can't believe that. Do you think I'm beautiful?
Of course you are. You're very beautiful.
But gazelles are prettier.
In my opinion, goats are.
Yes, yes, Stylish. Gazelles are prettier. Yes, gazelle. Goats are prettier. Oh, X.
No, gazelle, stop. We are very beautiful the way we are. Let's get some ice cream and forget about all this nonsense. Give me back my eggs. I changed my mind.
Don't go, stop. If you want, I can turn you into an eagle and you into a crocodile. Stop. The eggs are gone. I don't like gazelles or goats.
Once upon a time, far away from the city, Mother Goat and her 7 little goats lived happily in a farm in the forest. One day, the farm animals woke up to something that sounded like grunts coming from the forest. They had never heard this before.
What's that noise, Mom?
I don't know, dear. We'll find out soon enough.
Mom, I'm scared.
Me too. These sounds are scary.
Mother Goat put on some clothes so she could go outside and find out what was going on.
Stay here and wait for me. Do not open the door for strangers. Understand?
Understood.
Mother Goat left home and went to meet with the other animals of the farm. But the noises were getting louder and scarier. The scared little goats hid under the table.
We have to find out where those grunts are coming from. Chickens aren't laying eggs and cows are not producing milk because they're afraid.
Yes, we have to find a solution immediately. Otherwise, we'll starve to death.
Just then, the noise stopped. And everything went back to normal.
What just happened?
Hooray! It's gone. Everything's back to normal.
Still, we should look into it.
Is that really necessary? See, it's gone.
What if it happens again?
We'll find a solution then. Don't be so pessimistic.
Come on, everybody, get to work!
All animals went back to work as if nothing had happened. The next day, they woke up to those dreadful sounds again. Like the day before, the sounds died down at noon. Nobody but Mother Goat was worried. Mother Goat was bewildered. But there was nothing she could do. Concerned, she went home where the little goats were awaiting her.
Mom, what's happening?
We don't know, honey.
Is no one doing anything?
Crestfallen Mother Goat looked down. It was upsetting not knowing what to tell her kids. As it got dark, everyone at the farm went to sleep. 7 pairs of eyes were wide open in the dark. The kids couldn't sleep.
We have to figure this out. But how?
Investigate and head in the direction where we heard the noise.
The guard won't let us out this late at night.
But how do we get out without being seen?
I have an idea. Listen to me.
The old guard was dozing off. Suddenly, he saw 3 big silhouettes approaching. He immediately stood up and pointed the flashlight at them. The little goats were wearing Mother Goat's clothes. They had climbed on top of each other so they could look bigger.
Who are you? Where are you going at this hour?
We are craving fresh grass. There's none left at home.
I can't let you out at this late. It's dangerous out there.
If we don't eat, we won't have the strength to work tomorrow, right, girls?
The guard didn't know what to say. It was the first time he had to deal with something like this.
All right, you can go, but come back quickly.
The mischievous little goats disappeared into the night. They got off of each other behind the first tree and went toward where the noise came from during the day. They walked for a long time, and finally they arrived at an empty field illuminated by huge lamps. There was heavy equipment, building materials, and chopped down trees everywhere.
This doesn't look good.
We should tell Mom about this.
No, you won't be telling anyone. I'll chop every tree in the forest and sell the lumber. I'll be very rich. You nosy brats can't stop me.
We should have guessed.
The wolf tied the little goats firmly and locked them in a room. The poor kids were so scared, but they didn't show their fear in front of the wolf.
We have to get out.
How? We must stop the wolf from destroying the whole forest.
Can anyone think of something?
There, we'll be free.
First, they nibbled on the ropes, just as their mother had taught them. The ones who broke free helped free the others. Then they climbed on top of one another to reach the air vent and climbed out. There was no one in sight, but they could hear the wolf snoring. The little goats sent 2 of their siblings back to the farm to tell others about it.
If he cuts down all the trees, all the creatures in the forest will die too.
We must stop him.
How?
They huddled and whispered their plan to each other. Meanwhile, 2 of the little goats reached the farm. Unfortunately, the old guard had fallen asleep, so they couldn't get inside. The fence was too high for them to jump over it. The little goats came up with a solution. While one crouched, the other one got on top of its back to jump over the fence.
Come on, inside!
The 2 little goats ran to their house and woke their mum up. They told her everything they had seen and what had happened to them.
Come on, let's get to work.
Meanwhile, at the construction site, 2 little goats found glue among the building materials and poured it all over the wolf who was sleeping. The other 3 little goats climbed on the backhoe, an excavating machine. While one operated the steering wheel, the other one sat on the brake and accelerator pedal. The third one operated the machine's massive loader. The little goat that operated the steering wheel turned on the ignition and the machine roared to life. The little goats were nervous, but they were determined to put their plan into action. The little goat in charge of the pedals pushed down the accelerator, and the machine started to gain speed. The third little goat operated the machine's loader. The wolf woke up when he heard the noise. He immediately realized what was happening.
You miserable goats, so you managed to escape!
No matter how hard the wolf tried, he couldn't get up. He didn't understand what was holding him back. In a final effort, he lunged forward, and his fur got stuck to the bed due to the glue the little goats had poured. The wolf ran after the backhoe. He stopped in front of it just as the machine was about to enter the area where all the lumber and chopped trees were.
Stop right there, you miserable goats!
The little goats brought the machine to a sudden stop.
Look at the wolf! Look at him! Look at him!
The wolf looked back and noticed his back fur was gone.
We got him! Hooray for teamwork!
At that moment, all the farm animals led by Mother Goat arrived at the construction site, and they were appalled at what they saw.
Congratulations, my kids. You helped avoid a huge disaster from happening.
They cleaned up the site and planted new trees to make the area green again. What about the bad wolf? He's still running all around the forest without his fur.
I'll make you pay for this, you miserable little goats. You'll pay.
Once upon a time, far away from the city, Mother Goat and her 7 kids lived happily in a farm in the forest. The animals that lived in this farm had no owners, so they ran the farm themselves. Every year, one of them would be nominated president. The animals would produce their own food and live together in harmony. They respected one another and tried to do the right thing. Doing so helped avoid any conflicts in the farm. Mother Goat's job was to collect milk from every animal that produced milk, and she sold it in the market. She brought the money to the president so they could use it for the farm's needs. That year was Dog's turn to be president. He was responsible for the farm's security. From time to time, things disappeared in the farm. Everyone knew it was Dog's fault, but nobody dared to say anything because they were scared of his bark and big teeth. Unwillingly, the animals handed over management to Dog with a ceremony.
I don't trust the dog.
He still hasn't found the thief who stole our eggs recently.
He never even looked for them.
It'll be a tough year.
Everyone knew that Dog and the bad wolf who lived in the forest were good friends.
We should all be on our guard. We all have children.
No way! He wouldn't give our children to the wolf.
Either way, we should take precaution.
He might not be good at his job, but he won't betray us.
We'll see about that.
While the farm animals talked among them, Dog was enjoying his new post. Everything was going well in the first few days. The animals went back to their jobs, and business was running as usual. There was nothing to worry about. One night, Mother Goat was awoken by screams, and she immediately went outside to see what was going on.
My children, my babies, they're gone.
What's going on?
Bad wolf kidnapped all the chicks.
But how did this happen?
They all approached Dog. His snores were so loud that they resonated all across the farm. Mother Goat knocked on the kennel's door. But Dog didn't wake up.
I know what to do. Cook-a-doodle-doo! Cook-a-doodle-doo!
Upon hearing roosters crowing, Dog got startled and hit his head in the kennel's ceiling, thinking it was morning.
What? What's happening?
What kind of president are you? Bad Wolf kidnapped all my chicks while you slept soundly.
Calm down, everyone. Maybe the chicks went for a walk.
At this hour?
It seems somebody helped Bad Wolf.
No way. You can't look after your children.
Are you not the president? We're supposed to come to you when we have problems.
Everybody back to bed. We'll look for the chicks in the morning.
All animals went back to bed worried.
Something fishy is going on around here. We have to be careful.
The next morning, under Dog's leadership, they searched for the chicks in vain. It seemed as if the poor chicks had vanished into thin air. All farm animals looked for the chicks until late in the evening. But they came back to the farm empty-handed. Mother Chicken was sobbing.
No need for despair. You can always lay more eggs.
Upon hearing this, Mother Chicken lunged at Dog and pecked him many times. That was what Dog had wanted. So he locked Mother Chicken in the coop. All farm animals went to bed early due to exhaustion. After they fell asleep, Dog sneaked out of his kennel and opened the farm gates. In the darkness, Big Bad Wolf turned up.
Where have you been? I've been waiting for hours.
I had to make sure everyone was asleep. You think it's so easy to fool everyone in such a big farm?
Fine. Cut it short.
What do you want this time?
The goat kids.
They cost a lot more.
The Big Bad Wolf gave all he had in his wallet to Dog.
There we go.
Just show me the goat's place already.
The wolf stealthily approached the house where Mother Goat and the kids lived. The Bad Wolf went directly to Little Goat's room and began putting them in the sack. The startled goat kids huddled quickly and started screaming as their mother had taught them to do in such an emergency. Wolf was shocked, but wasn't about to give up on his prey. He leaped out of the window with the sack on his back and fled. Mother Goat, who had woken up due to her kids' screams, understood what happened and immediately ran after Wolf.
Help! He stole my children! Help!
Mother Goat, along with Cat and Rooster, began to tail Wolf. Not long after, Wolf disappeared in the darkness of night. Mother Goat sat on a rock and started crying desperately. She heard her baby's screams, but unfortunately, she couldn't reach them. Just then, they heard wing flaps above them.
Hey, follow me. I can see them.
Mr. Owl could see Wolf thanks to his night vision. They followed Owl to Bad Wolf's den.
Come on, let's attack the wolf and save them.
No. We should come up with a plan first. Mr. Owl is faster than us, so while we distract the wolf, he can fly back to the farm and get help. We can all attack and beat the wolf.
Owl flew back to the farm. Mother Goat, Rooster and Cat approached the house window, and they saw Wolf and Dog shaking hands.
Now everything makes sense.
What are we going to do now?
We'll wait for help to arrive.
Meanwhile, the little goats tried to make sense of the situation. The youngest ones were so afraid they began to cry.
We have to do something.
We have to remain calm.
Shh! Don't you cry now. Remember what Mom taught us?
Stay calm. Be brave. Think and act.
Yes, that's right.
I have an idea. Listen to me.
The little goats kept whispering and giggling among themselves. After their talk, one of them knocked on the locked door.
Hey, Bad Wolf, look over here.
The wolf approached the door.
What? What do you want, you scoundrels?
We have to go to the toilet.
Toilet? You can hold it in. Be patient. I'm taking you to the market to sell you all.
Suit yourself, Bad Wolf. There are 7 of us. Think of all the mess we're gonna make.
Bad Wolf and Dog looked at each other.
You're scared of 7 kids?
Wolf unlocked the door, and they took the kids to the tree across the house in a single file. In the meantime, Mother Goat saw what was happening.
Come on, do what you have to do, but be quick.
Not with you looking at us.
Yes, you have to turn around.
Fine. Fine. Be quick.
As soon as they turned around, one of the kids rammed Wolf and the other rammed Dog so hard that they were startled. The other kids began to butt the 2 accomplices.
There's my babies. Come on, it's our turn now.
Cat leaped out of the tree where he had been hiding and lunged at Wolf and scratched him. Rooster pecked at Dog's head with all his strength. The last hit came from Mother Goat with a mighty headbutt that sent both Wolf and Dog all over the ground. Rooster and Mother Goat were so happy to be reunited with their children. Rooster took his chicks under his wing to warm them up. Mother Goat hugged her kids and kissed each and every one of them.
My dear children, I'm so proud of all of you.
Owl took all the farm animals to the scene.
There they are.
Mother Goat told the animals everything. Everyone learned a lesson from it. From now on, the president of the farm was to be selected instead of taking turns. There would also be a farm council in which the farm animals would be able to make sure the president is doing a good job. They also decided to kick Dog out of the farm. Mother Goat was elected as the president because of her courage. Everybody returned to their home and lived happily ever after, except for Wolf and Dog. Once upon a time, there was a 5-year-old orphaned girl named Heidi. She was a very beautiful little girl with dark brown eyes, short black hair and rosy cheeks. Heidi was brought up by her Aunt Dieter, who lived in Switzerland. One day, Heidi's life was turned upside down when her aunt found a job in another city. Aunt Dieter, who couldn't bring Heidi along with her,
We're going to the Alps to your grandfather's, my dear. You'll stay with him for some time, and I'll come and get you when my work is done. This is for your own good, you understand, right?
Yes, I do. You know what's best for me, Auntie. I'll bring my dolls with me and we'll wait for you. I'm also looking forward to meeting my grandfather. I can't wait.
After a very long trip, they finally arrived at her grandfather's cottage. Grandpa Adolf lived there with his dog Joseph. Everyone knew him as a moody and a difficult man, but he was actually very soft-hearted. Aunt Dieter explained to him the situation and left Heidi there. Heidi and her grandpa loved each other from the moment they met. The little girl's antics brought life to that cottage. Grandpa Adolf got used to his new life with Heidi and couldn't think of a life without her. He no longer walked with a frowned face.
Where have you been, Heidi? I feel reborn having you here with me. I love you, my dear grandchild.
Me too, Grandpa. I really love you, and I also love it around here. Sadly, I have no friends.
There's a boy named Peter. He lives with his blind grandmother in a cottage near ours. Tomorrow I will introduce you. What do you say?
Oh, that's wonderful! Hooray!
Peter was a boy who was also a goat herder in his spare time after school.
Peter, let me introduce you to my granddaughter, Heidi.
Hello, Heidi.
Hello, Peter.
Go on. Go and play together, okay?
After that day, they became very good friends. Heidi and Peter always took the goats grazing every day. She would climb up steep slopes, much like goats did, and she ran barefooted.
Peter, run! One of the kids is running away from the herd. Let's catch it.
Don't worry. It'll come back.
Phew, got scared there for a bit. Okay then, let me gather some flowers. I'll give them to your grandmother when we get back. I hope she gives me some fresh goat milk in return.
Peter taught Heidi how to milk the goats. They also named the goats one by one. Heidi even cooked soup at home and brought fresh baked bread to Grandma. Her joy and optimism had infected everyone. After a few years, Aunt Dieter came back to get Heidi. She was going to take her to a rich family that lived in Frankfurt so that she could get an education and could have a better life.
I can't give Heidi up. What will I do without her?
Please don't take me, Auntie. I don't want to be apart from Grandpa. I don't want to leave. I'm very happy here.
You're going to live with a very rich family, Heidi. You'll live in a huge house and get an education in a very good school.
I don't care about those things.
My dear grandchild, you know how much I love you and how much I will miss you. But I think your Aunt Deet is right. It will be a better life for you.
Listen to what I have to say. The family with whom you'll be staying has a daughter your age. You two can become friends. Clara is not able to walk and she has no friends. She needs a friend just like you. Come on, you'll see. You'll be much happier there.
Grandpa Adolf and Heidi were both in tears. After a long trip, they arrived in Frankfurt. They arrived at a huge house, and the housekeeper, Mrs. Rottenmeier, met them at the door.
Welcome. I'm Miss Rottenmeier.
And I'm Clara. Welcome, Heidi.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Heidi, it's time for me to go. Take care of yourself, my dear. I'm pretty sure you will get along very well with Clara. Make sure you listen to what Miss Rottenmeier says. I love you, my dear niece.
That was when Miss Rottenmeier's nightmare started. She always frowned and never smiled, because she was a disciplinarian and a housekeeper.
Okay, the meeting ceremony is over. Remove those dirty things at once and take a shower. I'll bring you some clean attire.
Okay, Mrs. Rottenmeier, as you wish.
You can come to my room after you shower, Heidi. We can play together.
Oh, great! I'll clean up quickly and come then.
Clara lived in the big house with her father, grandmother, the housekeeper, Miss Rottenmeier, and the other servants. Most of the time, she would stay in her room and never draw the curtains or open the windows. Heidi was shocked when she entered Clara's room. She immediately drew the curtains to let the light in through the windows. All of a sudden, the room was full of daylight.
Clara, look how bright it is now. Sunshine will always help you feel much better.
As time passed, Heidi got used to her new place, and once again, she had made everyone fall in love with her. Every day, Heidi and Clara would play with her toys and then study. Miss Rottenmeier made it her goal to straighten up Heidi and turn her into a disciplined girl.
Listen to me. You'd better be a good girl. Do not run or wander around.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Rottenmeier.
Heidi tried to follow all the rules of the house, but she was having a great time with Clara. Nonetheless, she still missed the Alps, her grandfather and Peter. She would always dream of running in the countryside with the goats. One morning, Heidi couldn't get out of bed. Clara's grandma went to check on her right away.
Please, Grandma, send me back home.
That cheerful girl that everyone knew and loved had disappeared, and in her place was a sick and quiet Heidi who had also lost her appetite. Grandma felt bad for her, so she called in their doctor. The doctor said that she was nostalgic and the only cure was for her to be next to her loved ones in the mountains. So they decided to bring her back to her grandfather's. My life changed so much thanks to you, Heidi. I will miss you.
I'm so happy, Clara. Please understand me. That's my real home. Come and visit me as soon as you can.
Even after a very long and tiring trip, she was thrilled to see her grandfather again. She ran to him and hugged him joyously.
I miss you so much, Grandpa, and I missed everything and everyone around here.
I missed you too, my dear grandchild. We'll never be apart again. Look, Peter is here too.
Hi, Peter. I'm back.
Welcome back, Heidi. We've really missed you. Even the goats have.
Every day when they climbed the slopes, she would tell Peter about the mansion and the good times she spent there. After Heidi's return, Peter was back to his happy days.
I have a new friend. Her name is Clara. But I will miss her a lot.
Maybe one day she can come and visit Heidi.
Some months passed. Heidi's wish came true. Clara had gotten permission to come to the Alps and stay with her. Heidi! Heidi! Look, I'm here!
I can't believe you're finally here. Welcome, Clara. We'll have a great time.
The two friends chatted until the late hours of the night. The next morning, after a wonderful breakfast, Heidi and Clara went out to the countryside and met with Peter. Clara kept them company while they were grazing the goats. It was a very different experience for her, but she was happy. But on the other hand, she was upset as she watched Heidi and Peter run and tumble.
I wonder if I'll be able to run like her one day. I have no idea what that must feel like.
Days passed. Clara regained her health by spending time outdoors in nature. Her cheeks were rosy. With the help of Grandpa Adolf and Heidi, she even started to get up from her wheelchair little by little.
Bravo, Clara! You can do it!
I'm so scared. What if I fall?
We're here right next to you. You don't have to be afraid.
One day, as Clara watched Heidi and Peter gather the goats, she saw a cow running towards her.
Help! Help!
Frightened, she jumped out of her wheelchair and took a few steps. She was walking! A miracle had occurred. Actually, the cow was running towards the barn, but had caused Clara to walk. Peter and Heidi were shocked and didn't know what to do when they saw her. They ran to her and hugged her.
Hooray! Hooray!
You did it, Clara! You did it!
After that day, she took a few more steps every day. 1 step, 2 steps, until she was able to walk. It was now time for Clara to go back home. Her father and grandmother had come to take her. Clara waited for them in her wheelchair. When she saw them, she got up, ran, and hugged them as they entered the cottage. She wanted to surprise them. They all sat together and talked about the days that Clara had spent in the Alps. Clara reminisced about the incident with the cow. Clara, her father and grandmother stayed a few more days and then returned to Frankfurt. Everyone was back in their own home. Heidi in the Alps and Clara in Frankfurt. They continued their friendship through letters. Clara wrote to Heidi that she would come back to the Alps in springtime so they could run together and milk the goats. Finally, snow began to fall and winter had arrived. Throughout that winter, Peter and Heidi went sledding. From time to time, they would chat and study by the fireplace at night. Heidi's grandfather would fall asleep happily by the fireplace, knowing that Heidi would be by his side. Heidi, her grandpa, and all her loved ones lived happily ever after. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Rapunzel who lived in a small town. She had long blonde hair and a beautiful smile.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Good morning, Rapunzel.
While taking a morning stroll, Rapunzel heard one of her neighbors crying. She immediately went to see what was wrong.
What's wrong? Why are you crying?
Ah, Rapunzel, just take a look at this.
Oh.
Your chickens, where are they?
They're gone. Last night, I fed and petted each one of them. Today, they're gone.
Are you sure you locked the coop? Maybe you forgot to lock it.
Rapunzel's neighbour extended her hand and showed her the broken padlock.
Who could have done this?
I wish I knew.
Come on then, let's go to the police.
Together they went to the police station. On the way, Rapunzel was trying to console her neighbour. Rapunzel noticed the shop that had just opened a few days back. The shop sold fresh eggs daily. She had never met the shop owner. At that moment, she got a glimpse of Evelia and assumed she was the owner.
Good luck with your new shop, dear neighbor.
Evelia saw Rapunzel and responded with a fake smile.
Good morning. Where are you rushing to?
My neighbor's chickens were stolen. Those chickens were her livelihood. We're going to the police.
Oh dear, what a pity.
Let us know if you see them, okay?
Of course. Don't you worry.
Rapunzel thanked her and continued on her way. Evelia grinned wickedly, as she always did. When they arrived at the police station, they requested to speak to one of the detectives.
Hello, Rapunzel. What brings you here?
My neighbor's chickens got stolen.
I see.
I would send eggs to my grandchildren and sell the rest in the market. What am I going to do now?
Many people filed similar complaints today, so a lot of our officers were dispatched to the locations. You'll have to wait.
For how long?
I can't say for sure.
But we have to catch the thief and get the chickens back.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do right now.
What am I going to do?
Rapunzel realized that she had to take the matter into her own hands.
Don't worry, I'll help you. This looks perfect. I need to find that thief quickly.
Rapunzel began her investigation and hoped to find anything that would lead her to find the thief.
Find anything, child?
No. But wait a second.
Rapunzel found an earring on the ground. She took it in order to examine it closely.
The thief must have dropped this. At least we now know we're dealing with a woman.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to find out whom this earring belongs to, but I need to find more clues.
But there must be many women in town who have the same earring. How are you going to find its owner?
True, there might be many, but there has to be a second one to it. Whomever has one earring missing, most likely it's the thief we're looking for.
Rapunzel started going into various shops in town. While doing so, she also took a closer look at the customers' ears. She was hoping to find the missing pair. Rapunzel kept looking for the second earring till evening, but her efforts were in vain. Her poor neighbor started crying once again.
Don't worry. We'll find your chickens and the thief too. We just need some more time.
It got dark then, so they went back home. That night, Rapunzel couldn't sleep, pondering how to solve this mystery. She reflected back on the shops she'd been in, thinking whether she'd skipped any. In the morning, as Rapunzel washed her face, she realized that she hadn't been to Evelia's newly opened store. She put some clothes on, had breakfast quickly, and left home for Evelia's shop. Evelia was surprised to see Rapunzel come into her shop so early in the morning.
What brings you here? Your neighbor's chickens don't lay eggs anymore?
As I told you yesterday, somebody stole my neighbor's chickens. Besides, hers are not the only ones. Somebody's been stealing chickens all across town. We couldn't find anything.
Oh dear. So that means everybody has to buy eggs and chickens from me.
Rapunzel noticed an earring in Evelia's ear. It was the exact same one she had found the day before. Discreetly, Rapunzel peeked at Evelia's other ear. She was missing a second earring.
What a beautiful earring.
Thank you. I spent so much money on them.
Them? But you only have one earring.
I only wear one. Yes, that's it. That's the new fashion trend, wearing only one earring. Not that you'd actually know much about fashion.
Rapunzel left the shop without raising suspicion. She found it odd that Evelia had opened an egg shop just when there was a chicken thief on the loose. There must be a connection, Rapunzel thought. She immediately hid in the corner of the street and waited for Evelia to close her shop. As soon as it got dark, Evelia closed her shop and looked around to make sure no one was watching. Once she saw no one was on the street, she hurried, walking quickly. Rapunzel followed her. She moved stealthily in the shadows. Rapunzel got a chance to send a text message to the detective, explaining the situation. Evelia walked for a long time and arrived at some desolate place. Rapunzel was still on her tail. Evelia stood in front of an abandoned farmhouse and looked around. Then, she opened the door and disappeared inside. Rapunzel worked up the courage and went inside through the door. It was dark and quiet inside. Rapunzel was scared at first, but when she thought of her neighbour, she took control and followed the sound of Evelia's footsteps. A little later, Rapunzel heard clucking sounds. She realised she had been right to suspect Evelia. She looked through a small window and saw all the chickens reported missing. Evelia was feeding them and collecting their eggs.
Now I've got you.
Rapunzel stopped in her tracks. She would need proof to accuse Evelia, so she decided to film everything. Then she decided it was time to catch Evelia red-handed.
So you're the chicken thief.
Evelia was startled to see Rapunzel, that her face turned all shades of white.
Where did you come from?
You've put these poor people through Ringer. You're going to pay for this.
Ha ha ha! Are you going to make me pay? You thought you could scare me with that detective look of yours? Don't make me laugh.
That's when the sirens of police cars were heard.
You damn little witch! I'll make you pay for this!
You cannot run, Evelia.
Evelia started to run away. Rapunzel knew that she had to think of something fast.
You can never catch me, Rapunzel!
Meanwhile, the detective and the other officers couldn't help themselves but laugh at Evelia.
I'll make you pay, Rapunzel! You're going to pay for this!
The police officers apprehended Evelia. Townspeople who arrived at the scene due to noise saw everything.
Rapunzel, you did a great job. You are a hero.
I only helped my neighbor.
We all have our chickens back thanks to you. I can send my grandchildren eggs again.
And what will happen to Evelia?
She's going to spend the night in custody. Tomorrow she'll be trialed fairly and punished accordingly.
Then I'm done with her.
Let's not think about this now. We should celebrate.
To celebrate, the townspeople made a huge omelette with the eggs they collected from chickens. The omelette was so huge that they even invited people from the neighbouring towns. That night, Rapunzel slept soundly, knowing she had helped many people.